laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck, fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the Funpiecepodcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Hit record. Hello and welcome everyone to the Fun Piece Podcast. Fun Piece Podcast. The internet feels good today.
It does, yeah. It feels crisp. It feels like fresh internet. I got a little thing with my chair where it like kind of like locks and then like pops, and I don't
pop and locks.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I don't know. I think something just needs to be tightened or lubricated. This is a One Piece podcast, a virginal tour where Matthew and Michael, who is me, watch One Piece and talk about it at length, sometimes in gruesome detail. And
in a virginal way.
In a virginal way. And the historian sits there and tries to refrain from telling us that we've predicted everything accurately so far.
Because we basically
know everything that's going to happen. It's the most predictable
We're idiot
show.
savants. We've already we should be writing One Piece 20 years ago, basically.
Yeah, we basically did. I think we did.
Yeah. I think we went back in time and we met Oda and we said, hey,
what if we do travel back in time and we create One Piece with Oda, but he takes all the credit because people can't know that we traveled back in time?
Oh, fuck. Of course.
Us, two white men.
The paradox.
Two white men created One Piece. Let's take all the credit for the thing we didn't do. Start parading.
No. Yes, us. Do you remember that time we met Oda and we got into a payphone telephone box and we traveled back in time and we met Socrates, and then we created a band together for our high school presentation.
Us, Oda and Socrates Johnson had to chase Napoleon Bonaparte around a mall.
To that song. That was a good song. Yeah, I remember that.
Ow, fuck, I hit my front tooth.
Do you remember that time that we put Oda inside of a DeLorean and he had a lot of shaggy hair then, but we put him in there and we set him back in time, and then he came back like 10 seconds later, and then a bunch of terrorists showed up, and then Oda disappeared, but then we went back in time and got stuck there.
One of us was a dog.
Well, Oda was the dog.
Oda was the... Sorry, yeah. I get confused. Sometimes
man, you ruined a bit, Mike. You ruined the bit.
Do you remember that time that Oda got stuck in a time loop and he kept dying, like trying to kill himself, and then he would always reawaken, and it was Groundhog Day, and he was played by Bill Murray?
That was like 3 different movies at once. So it's great. I love that. Anyway, hey everyone, this is a One Piece podcast. We just watched episodes 169.
That's not true. I had a bad week last week, so Matt, historian, and Sebastian did. Matt didn't just watch these. Is the point I'm making? I just watched these.
Oh. Yes, that's fair. I watched episodes 169 to 174 like a week and a half ago, and we had to postpone. And so we did our fantastic best devil fruit so far as of episode 174 bracket.
I don't even know if I'm going to bring that up this episode or if I just record alone about how wrong, I guess how correct you were in some regards.
Are you going to record commentary track to the podcast so then people have to pull up 2 podcast feeds at once and listen to you yelling at us while we're recording?
Maybe.
I guess I could also just give you the footage, or not the footage. It's fucking footage. The file, and then you could just lay your audio over, and that would be a fun director's cut.
Do you know who could beat Eneru? Who I assume has a devil fruit power, even though we don't know that yet.
Eneru?
Yeah.
Of the people that we have encountered so far?
Yeah.
The devil fruit users?
Yeah.
I know who.
Smoker.
That is one. There's another one though.
Luffy.
No, not Luffy.
Wapple. Wapple could defeat Eneru. He would just
no
eat
way.
him.
Baseball dog.
Oh, baseball dog would fucking wreck Eneru. Hell,
Baseball gun
Matt,
dog.
We could beat Eneru in a fight.
It's true. I feel really bad that I didn't put baseball gun dog on the bracket. I realized that as we were recording, and I felt so.
Else, honestly,
it is. It would have just been like so one-sided.
Listen. We find out. We'll get to it. Eneru's just budget Raiden from Mortal Kombat. He's an electric man. You could beat this dude with a puddle.
Fucking do you could beat him with a puddle. Holy shit.
In a big enough puddle and he's just gone.
Do you think that thing on his back is a piercing? Because it's like going through his skin.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think it's just a giant piercing.
I think
a
I talked about it on the last
ring.
episode I was on. It's I forget what the name of there's the thunder god in Japanese mythology, and he is just that.
Thor. Yeah. His name is Thunder Boy.
Thunder Boy. There's a name. I found it last time.
His name is Boom Boy. His name is Crackle.
Are you coming up with names for Eneru?
Yeah.
Cracklejack.
Cracklejack. I was trying to do alliteration with C's, but there was only one C word that I could think of, and I don't know if I should say that word on the podcast.
Oh, what? Crackle cunt?
Yeah.
I can edit that out. I'm not going to remember. 6 minutes in.
I don't know.
It's
fine.
Warning. I don't fucking care.
We put explicit warnings on the podcast. It's fine.
Yeah. Are men allowed to say that word?
It's historian.
Did you? I wasn't paying attention.
It was directed at Eneru. We called Eneru a cunt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
He's Crackle cunt.
Yeah, you can use it in a derogatory sense, not a medical sense.
Okay. All right. Noted.
That's noted. Absolutely. So I just wanted to preempt everyone as well. I had about 2 hours of sleep last night. So I'm not having any inhibiting drinks or anything.
Oh, I am.
I think my base tired silliness is going to come out in the podcast. That, and as well as me trying to remember what the fuck I meant with my notes. Like my one note that says ha 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 banana. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I mean, some of mine are pretty. I have a loose I've got I do dots for sequenced notes, and then I do dashes for things relating to the sequenced note. So it's all cohesive. I do stars that are just random thoughts I have that are maybe a question I want to ask you. And then sometimes I just write or draw shit. And on episode 170, I do have just the note, loose note, I bet Eneru ate the dum-dum fruit.
Got him.
Got him. Fucking got him. All right. Should we jump out into this?
This fucking dude can't even kill Usopp. Granted, I don't think anything can kill Usopp. I think if you dropped a nuke on the Straw-Hats, Usopp would be the last one standing.
Absolutely. I will say also, hey everyone, I didn't say, did we say this at the beginning that we had the new updated intro?
Oh, by now they know.
It's been almost 10 minutes. They heard it a while ago.
Yep. I'm gonna put that.
Anyway, thank you to friend of the show, Scurvy Juice, for that delightful narration.
Eventually,
amongst other things.
Should we just start updating our intros as much as they update the openings in the show with different or should we just keep adding people?
I think we should just keep adding to the intro until eventually the show is nothing but intro, and then we don't have to. Then we don't have to talk anymore. It's just we play the intro. That's the episode.
The new. I mean, hey, let's get into it. Episode 169.
9.
Dial R
Nice.
for reject. Dial. I should have just ended it at reject. Dial R for reject. That would have been good.
That would have been
That
good.
would've been
What were you?
That's just a Blink 182 song, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Shit, never mind. Bleep that me in the future.
We get a new intro song.
Yeah, I wrote new opening. Nami's ass.
Oh yeah, they do a big
Big-
close up on Nami's
And then
butt.
just
There is an extended cut of her butt.
and then use like
Yeah.
Why? Why is this here?
they
I don't
Why
understand.
not?
they reuse a lot of footage, and then I really like these like outros and openings that are just like we're just gonna show the gang in like new drip.
Yeah. That's
I'm
it?
pretty sure I made a point to point out to Matt, one of the last shots in the intro is like one of my favorite group shots of all of the Straw Hats. And Sanji is in the ugliest fucking outfit you've ever seen. It's like this purple and white fur floor length coat, and he's shirtless underneath it.
It's so
lot
good.
of
You have to pay attention and like pause because it's on screen for like maybe half a second, but it's the ugliest fit I've ever seen.
Bon voyage. It's great.
I really like that. Like, aside from a lot of the women in the show, I do appreciate that Oda like has distinct enough characters that you can change. Like he changes their outfits in every arc and like gives them a new distinct look, and then they'll go back to their old outfit.
Everyone gets a lot of outfits in One Piece, and it's fun because like they're kind of loosely based off of like, I mean, Luffy is always in some kind of jorts and sandals, and like the vest combination kind of, but yeah, everyone gets. I'm putting it in the Poop Deck General chat right now. Look at Sanji's
General.
outfit. Look
It's
at
very
it.
good. Look at those
Man,
stripes.
Well, look at him and Zoro low key matching.
Who's that fucking dog? Who's that dog?
Notice that dog.
Where the fuck is that
I don't
dog?
think I registered that.
Hey everyone, if you don't know what we're talking about, fucking join our Discord.
Yeah,
There's a
it's-
fucking
it's-
picture.
Or just watch the opening and pause it in episode 169.
Who the fuck is that dog?
Zoro's just
Also-
like he's doing a fake bow pose, like he's got a bow.
Yeah.
There's a dog.
Also, Nami is winking, but like really bad.
yeah.
She's doing a really bad wink.
I think Usopp looks the best here?
Look at all those
Robin's
doves.
wearing a full one body leather suit with a gun on her hip.
We
Looks like
love
she's
her.
got something on her shoulder too. Anyway, who the fuck is that dog? That's what I want to know.
Don't know.
Who's that? Who's that dog? Also, hey Mike. Sorry, everyone. No one responded. Last week's episode, I did a mystery sound. There was a flick sound and then a like a crackly crinkle sound, and Mike got them both right.
Yeah, it's almost like a bin in your house.
It's true.
I was gonna
Shut
say,
up.
You
Mike
gonna
is
reveal what
in
they
our
were?
house, so he has a
Um,
distinct advantage.
The first one was a Zippo lighter that was opening and flicking, and the Zippo lighter says, "What, historian?"
Oh God, hold on. Pip is asleep on my lap, but I can pull up a photo of it.
Anyway, it's a
I think
Zippo.
it's a bad day at
It's a-
or
a bad day fishing is
still
better
better
than a
than a good day at
good day
work.
and then there
That's a thing I own.
yes, and then the second sound was a bunch of very aggressively orange flavored candies in a bowl.
That are weirdly spicy in the middle. I've had one.
They're spicy.
It's
spicy.
the most flavorful thing in existence, and it's just like a weird off-brand candy.
Yeah, it's just every flavor
Yeah.
jammed into one. Yeah. Oh, also in the Poop Deck General Chat, join our Discord.
Join
Is
it. There's a bunch in the Discord. There's new people in the
are
Discord.
there-
Hello,
we have
folks.
to figure out like a
There's
bot
new-
that like welcomes people so we know when new people join, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome new people to the Discord. I see you out there. I'm excited that you're here.
I
Hi.
I
This is
posted
probably
a
really confusing for you, but welcome.
yeah. We're watching. background MVP
Lurking
is
in the
Budget
shadows.
Ace, who I posted a picture of. There's just a dude who looks like if you got like a color swap of Ace, and also he doesn't have pecs. He just has bigger abs. His abs get bigger as they go up.
Straight up.
He's like a little Shandorian.
Fucking Shandorians over here. All right, we should get back to this.
We had got
this
as far as the
recap.
opening.
You've said a single sentence about an episode of One Piece, and we are 15 minutes into this
we
recording.
We talked about a whole picture.
Hey, this is what happens when I haven't watched One Piece for a week.
Yeah, I guess
I'm going to talk about other things.
It's all good. I could talk about some shit. I don't even know if I should. My weekend was eventful.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
later.
we'll get into it. It's fine. I'm doing great.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh fuck! I was gonna say something to you, Mike, but I can't remember what it was. Historian, do you remember what I was gonna say to Mike?
I don't know. We were joking about that if Mike started getting personal, we were going to also complain about our lives and make it about us. I think you were going to say something, and I don't remember what it was. And then I was going to bring to the table that I threw up really hard yesterday.
Yep.
But I forget what your complaint was about, Matt.
I don't remember. We'll figure it out. Really hard stuff, Mike. Really hard stuff.
Yeah. We'll get into it. We'll give it a couple episodes. We'll get halfway through this.
Anyway, so Gonfall starts with Gonfall.
Gonfall
and
tells
he says,
half the Straw Hats a lot of information that would have been useful for everyone.
He does. And, like, I don't know what it was about. I don't remember if it was just this one episode or, like, the next however many episodes. But all of a sudden, it's like, we need to talk about sky combat and why it's so important.
It was like hard cut to we're all about sky combat. And it's like sky combat just seems like you guys make up some shells.
Yeah, they're just like, we found these shells. Oh, they do that? Cool, I'm going to use it as a weapon now.
Yeah. Zoro's like, I'm just going to stab it. I don't.
Yeah, Gonfall puts a dial in a barrel and Sanji tries to hit it and it just goes blah.
One thing about Skypiea, I think Oda does a much better job in later arcs. I think Skypiea introduces a lot of technology, so Skypiea combat very much feels like two fourth graders on the playground being like, I have a spell that kills you, and it's like, well, I have a spell that negates your spell that kills me and kills you instead. Like, Skypiea combat feels a little bit like that at some points, but I promise it gets better.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why Devil Fruit doesn't feel gimmicky, but Skypiea technology just feels like gimmicky, like they needed something that equaled Devil Fruit powers for other people to use.
It was really interesting as I wrote this down in my notes. Because like Gonfall's like talking all about the dials and the impact dials and how
they redirect power. That's what what's his face was using, the ball guy.
Shura? No, Satori.
Yeah, Satori. I mean, they're all using dials. Nobody actually has powers.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. And I was like, it was really interesting. Pierre was asleep and snoring because Gonfall's boring explanation. But it was like completely taking away any of like the mysticism of like the attacks we've seen so far, and like just basically being like, hey, you've seen all these like powers and things, and it's just shells.
Yeah, it's all shells.
And like, and I know that I know that's like me like boiling it down very very minimally to like just like whatever, just fucking shells. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I know in the One Piece world there are things that are magical and things, and people have powers that are like the devil fruits.
The mantra is still a mystery. Like, if it weren't for Isa, the little girl, I think I would assume that mantra was just also some like bullshit fake thing. Like, I half expect Eneru to not actually have powers and just be like faking it somehow.
Like maybe his big drums are literally just like his big drum piercing is just like channeling. It's like a lightning rod, so he's just getting like struck by lightning, but it doesn't hurt him because it's like a circle.
Yeah,
they're just high definition projectors, like in that one Spider-Man movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
They're gonna take Eneru's face off. He's gonna be an old man trying to protect his property.
Yeah, I mean it was very interesting, and then I don't know. Then there was a lot of sky warfare, being like, you underestimate sky warfare.
Wiper's a better Koza, at least. I still don't give a shit because I don't understand. Like, they want Shandora back,
Yes.
and then they will stop everything to fight some random kids who just are also there. Like,
I mean, I
just,
guess
like,
it's because
needlessly
they're
aggressive.
it seems like they're sick of, because there's been outsiders from the Blue Sea who are like coming up and trying to like take stuff. But it sounds like also from what Eminem was saying, Eneru, it's basically like everybody wants the gold in the city of gold from whatever, the lost city of Shandora, whatever the fuck. Everybody wants that gold, but not everybody knows what gold actually is or like what its use is down below. I don't know. It just,
they all want something from the city one way or another.
everybody wants something, but they want different things from it, I guess, which, you know, you could say is a good motivation for each individual group.
Yeah.
It's better than Koza.
Why
It's all
doesn't
better than Koza.
Why doesn't Gonfall have wings?
That's what I'm fucking saying. Why the fuck doesn't Godfall have wings?
Because he's a Skypean, right?
Yeah.
He's a Skypean all over the place.
Apparently, he's Skypean. He's swinging his Sky PP left and right.
Sky pissing.
Sky pissing. Anyway, whatever. I think I said ha 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 banana.
What?
I think I said ha ha banana because I think someone threw a banana when like the Shandorians were like skating or something like that. I don't know. I wrote ha 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 banana.
I don't know.
Someone, if you know what it is, let me know.
we learned what mantra is. It's like listening to the body's voice or something. So that seems to be the actual like magical power that people have.
Yeah, you can sense people's energy basically.
And
it's the
Rue's
Force.
like, "Hey guys, we're actually playing Fortnite."
He literally is.
Yeah, he's like, "There's 81 people, and by the end, there's gonna be 5."
Yep. And then we cut over and we see. Yeah, he says, 50. I think he said 51 people, right? Or there's 50. No, there's 51
people.
There's 51 like divine warriors that he has.
Yeah, literal sheeple.
Yeah, just goat people.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We cut over. Shura, the Sky Priest, has the Shandorians in his ordeal of strings.
And I fucking called it. I'm like, yeah, he just
You
put a bunch
did.
of strings around. I don't know what I've
They're
seen
string
this in
clouds.
before.
They're string clouds.
I've seen it in something before, and I don't know which came first, but I've seen the like somebody running around. It's like, oh, there's actually strings everywhere, and you just tied yourself up.
Yeah. It was probably a really great movie.
It's probably really good. It's probably really
Yeah.
good. It's probably Spider-Man. Spider-Man probably did that.
Yeah, he would do that. He's a spider. He makes webs.
Yeah. Uses his
Fucking
web dials.
all the Shandorians are trapped except for Wiper, who's not stuck.
Yeah, he's too smart.
Yep.
And always
He
smoking.
shoots a bazooka blast at Shura. Shura dodges, and then he takes off for Wiper, who intentionally gets javelined
Yeah.
by Shura so that he can put his little impact dial
Right on
hand
his-
glove right on his face and boom, blasts Shura and fucking kills him.
Yeah. It sure seemed
Dead.
like he was going to be like, I mean, I guess all the generals seem like they'd be more of a big deal, and then they just get like destroyed. It is interesting how much fights in this have been the Straw Hats getting fucking steamrolled and beaten into the dirt, and then they just get one good hit on these people.
Yeah.
And they're done. Like just
Sky combat, baby. That's
Sky
what Sky
combat.
combat's all about.
not doing a lot to your opponent and then dying.
Yeah, Sky combat, baby. That's what it's all about.
Um,
Another casualty of the Great Sky War.
I wrote Wiper uses a rejectile on Shura. That was pretty cool. Then I wrote Fuza is an orphan.
Fuza?
Fuza, is that his bird's name?
Oh, Fuza the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Aw.
something happens to Fuza later.
Fuza gets fucked up
Yeah.
later.
We talked about the Divine Warriors. They're just cheap goat people that used to work for Gonfall, but were like corrupted or something.
Yeah, I was very confused about all of that, but also in Gonfall's like we have to save them, but then they're all just getting fucking killed left and right.
Yeah, they get destroyed. But they're using axe dials, which I guess just shoot sharp air.
Yeah, which is apparently from a different Sky Island. Whatever that means. Come on. Fucking this one of the Shandorians, I just kept calling him Beanie Man.
The bigger guy?
Yeah, he's just wearing a beanie like down over his eyes, like onto his nose. And he's just like spinning his fucking sky guns. And then he's like, we all need to split up. And I was like, that seems like the worst.
Seems like a bad
thing
idea, yeah.
Seems like a bad idea. It's usually always a bad idea to split the party, but like also you have like 20 of you.
How did none of them... It doesn't... I guess we'll get to how nobody seems to actually know what Eneru does. And it's like, if you just had a pair of rubber gloves...
Yeah, I don't know. I noticed that one of the
if you grounded yourself,
yes,
he wouldn't be able to do anything to you.
Or if you covered yourself in a rubber bodysuit,
or you ate a fruit that makes you rubber. I hope that fight is him trying to electrocute Luffy, and Luffy's just like, what
Luffy's just like, that tickled. You're funny.
Sorry, Mike, when you go to edit the podcast, I am going to have like audio hell on my microphone right there. I tried to mute it so I wouldn't sneeze very loudly, but I think me trying to mute myself ended up being louder than the sneeze.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
Will you just message me the timestamp for that? Like roughly, and I'll look for it. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's a goat divine soldier, and his voice is the person who voices Ling from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That was exciting. Just a random one. I thought it was Edward Elric for a second, and then I was like, no, it can't be that fucker.
Voices who?
Ling.
Yeah, but is who in One Piece? Who did you say?
One of the random goat soldiers.
Yeah. Mike, did you recognize who's voicing Eneru?
I don't think I did.
It's Eminem. It's Marshall Mathers himself.
No. It's from that anime you only usually watch when drunk.
Oh my god, is it? So it's one of the Orin Host Club dudes?
It's the Host Club dudes.
It's
fucking
Kyoya, the one with glasses.
Oh, that's why I hate him.
Yeah, he's smarmy as fuck.
Does that dude always voice sex offenders?
I don't want to say exclusively, but when they like need a smarmy character, like they're like, J. Michael Tatum, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's good at it. This dude on this show, other show, Matt, literally sex offends the female protagonist.
I'm pretty sure most of the characters in Orin High School Host Club are sex offenders.
No, the blonde guy is fine. He's like a more sympathetic Sanji.
I've only absorbed that show by like osmosis when Historian is watching it, and every time I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's glasses and incest twins that I think are the most problematic. The whole thing is problematic.
The whole thing is problematic. That show needs so many disclaimers.
Listen, I've talked to people who watch that show about this, and I think I love how much anime just gets a pass for being the most aggressively problematic thing from all of the most like progressively minded people I know. It's like they're like, no, normally I don't like this stuff, but this is fine. It's a guilty pleasure. It's okay.
Look at these cute little guys. It's fine.
Like, I don't know. How old is that one? 12. Interesting.
Can I cut back to One Piece because this is a One Piece podcast?
Yeah, just a reminder, Nico Robin, 28 years old. God bless.
Oh,
just
yeah,
fucking
God bless
amazing.
her, yes.
We love her.
Eneru bless.
Bless up. So Luffy's in the woods and he's singing. I have all of the lyrics of his song.
Right,
Can I sing them for us
give
now?
It to us. Yep.
I don't remember the tune,
Dude, it's
the
not
melody
good.
because
Luffy can't sing for shit. It's great.
I'm gonna do my best to remember the melody, but I have all the lyrics. Luffy's walking through the woods and he sings, "Oh, the islands in the south are warm and their heads get really hot. They grow pineapples, they grow coconuts," and then he gets interrupted. And then he says, second verse, "Islands in the north are snowy and their heads get really cold. they're really chilly, and they're really, really willy-nilly, and they're idiots. And then Wiper runs into Luffy, and he's like, oh, this is your island? Sorry, I'm on my way. And starts walking, and he goes, third verse. Oh, the island's in the east. And then Wiper just interrupts him, and he's like, it's time to fight.
It is like... it is incredible how many people just pick a fight with Luffy. And it's like, like he's just a kid walking, like a literal child walking through the woods singing.
Yeah.
And this dickhead with a bazooka.
This dickhead in the bazooka's like, you're in this land and you're not supposed to be here.
Like, I don't understand why he wouldn't do a, like, I don't want to see you here when I get back. And Luffy would just be like, I'm trying, man. Like, I just want to look at some buildings and then I'm out of here. I literally want nothing.
Yeah. Well, he wants gold.
I kind of. I think he wants to pick up gold and then put it down. He does get a crown.
Wiper's just like, we will resist you and all of your blue people. Get out of here.
It's not even
like,
where does the thought process? It's not even like blue sea people have come up and every single one has died.
Yeah.
Nobody's made it this far. So the blue sea people have done literally nothing to the Shandorians until now.
Yep.
And the Shandorians are blue sea people.
But they don't
identify
as blue sea people because they have wings.
Right. They should only be mad at Skypeans.
Skypeas.
Yeah. I don't know. Just weird. It's just one of those. I mean, it always happens. It's like a motivation thing.
I feel like this is like where we were at in the middle of Alabasta when we're like, fucking crocodile. What the fuck?
Well, crocodile, to be fair, and Enaru, at least, I'm just like, this dude just seems like a fucking dick. Like, he just wanted to be God. I can understand that. Crocodile kept being like, this is why I'm doing this. And then he'd leave.
Yeah. But then he would be like, but I have an ulterior motive that's even worse than this. And then
it would be like, what is it?
It would just be like the same fucking thing, but like slightly different paraphrase.
I wanted to take over. I don't know. Fucking crocodile.
That's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
We did it.
There's a new outro, and I said this one is better. It sounds like a very like early 2000s Bare Naked Ladies type song. There is a song it sounds exactly like, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember the song.
Oh.
But I will.
Oh
take
yeah, because
your
you don't
word
watch it
for
because Netflix auto skips.
No, I watched the song. I did watch the outro, but I just don't remember because it's been a week and a half. I remember Bon Voyage because I did watch Bon Voyage every single time because I was grooving.
Yeah.
It hits real hard. It's so good.
I like that Luffy opens it. He's like, there's treasure and we're having fun. Here's a song.
Yep. Bon Voyage. It sounds like a 1970s like sitcom.
Yeah.
on a cruise ship. Like we're just going to it's like a I don't know, whatever, buddy cop sitcom, ships on a ship.
Yeah, well, it's like a love boat.
Yeah, it's good. Episode 170.
I like this one. I don't think I fucked this one up. Don't bring 2 guns to a 3-sword fight.
I like that. That's good.
Background MVP is, I think one Shandoran was named Y in subtitles. Just the letter Y. It's a
hell yeah.
Y, and he got like absolutely fucking murdered by somebody. Rest in peace, Y.
Ooh. I did watch the recap at the beginning of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a map that showed where
they
Luffy,
do
Robin,
like
Zoro, and Chopper.
everybody's-
And despite being an idiot, based on the map, Luffy actually made it the most south by following the warm air.
Yeah, no, he did. I Luffy is not too directionally challenged. I think. Well, Luffy also knows that he is a main character. He doesn't have a huge ego about it so far, but he understands. He's like, things are gonna work out. I'm just gonna walk in this direction, and it's probably correct enough.
Yeah,
and
he's
if not,
right. Whatever.
You know, like Zoro can't Zoro's like dyslexic, can't navigate to save his life. Chopper just has an anxiety attack. He's like Chopper is every millennial. Constant anxiety attacks despite being capable.
Yeah.
And then
Chopper, I'm right there with you, bud.
Robin and all her autistic beauty just fucking
She's just
eye
like,
on the money.
Runes. Gotta decipher the runes.
All I care about is history and runes.
I like these rocks here. Feel these rocks. Zoro's walking alone in the woods by himself, and he deciphers that he like literally just figures out sky combat, the illusion that is sky combat, by just talking to himself.
Yeah, he is he's like a tactical genius. He figures that shit out pretty quickly. Yeah, he just
basically
comes up with a new move, right?
The Hawkwave Flying Blade attack. I think he names it something else later, though.
Yeah,
but
he names it. It's like 3 different things. It's like the flying blade attack. Then eventually, it's like the 360 no scope Phoenix bum rush maneuver.
Yeah.
Then it's the Sanji can suck my little toes. That fucking loser, stupid Sanji. But his food's good. Maneuver.
Oh,
attack.
he says Hawkwave Flying Blade attack, and then he calls it the single sword style 36 caliber Phoenix.
I bet internally he was like, "That's too close to Hawkeye Mihawk's branding. I gotta switch it up.
Gotta get the hawk out of there."
So he does that. I did write the note. I think I just kind of got into it, but I wrote, "What mental illness does each Straw Hat have?"
Ooh, I love this.
Should we go?
That might be a good filler episode question. And
filler episode.
What if we could get? What if we could get a licensed therapist to diagnose every Straw Hat? I think I might know one.
Do we know a licensed therapist?
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Do we know a licensed therapist willing to watch enough One Piece to diagnose the Straw Hats?
Guys, I think we know a licensed therapist who's watched every episode of One Piece.
Really?
What?
Are they listening to the podcast right now?
Yeah.
Is the licensed therapist in the room with us right now?
No.
Oh shit.
Maybe.
Am I missing the?
No, it's fine. I just don't. I'm not going to explain it anymore. You guys will know.
Okay.
You'll
Is it you?
No. No. Maybe someday. I don't know. Not right now.
Ow.
We'll talk about it later.
Pippa, please.
Pippa.
What do
Pippa,
we?
I don't know. Zora runs into Beanie Man.
Oh, hold on. No, wait, hold on.
Sorry, I jumped way ahead.
Robin fucking snaps a goat man's neck. She
Yeah.
does
Oh
the
my god.
Flower
Fuck yeah.
attack, and then she's like, and a twist, and just get Listen, Skypiea is the first time I believe anybody has died. They're fucking dropping like flies.
Skypiea is not the first time people have died, but they are dropping
It's
like
the first
flies.
time.
Yes.
Listen, it's the first time I believe that people have actually died. I don't think Koweena's dead. I don't think anybody has died until this point.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Crocodile's dead.
No, Crocodile's not
No.
dead. I didn't
I
see
think-
a body.
Fucking.
I didn't.
People are dead. There's dead. What about that fucking dude, Jimothy, whatever his name was?
I don't remember.
Remember when they dealt with the Rainbow Mist arc when we had like Rapa Nui and stuff? You know that like one dude who was like stuck inside the boat with the kids, and they had to go back in time.
Oh yeah. Did he die?
I don't remember his name. Jeremy? Jimothy? I
It was-
don't know. Whatever his fucking name was. That guy I think died. I
No.
think they murdered that guy.
Koweena's alive.
No. Koweena's alive.
Koweena's
Everyone's alive.
Tashigi's heartless. Or vice versa.
Bellamere definitely didn't get blasted in the face.
No, Bellamir's fine. She actually caught the bullet, and that was all sweat coming off the back of her head. I
Okay.
don't believe,
Anyway,
I am genuinely curious if Arlong comes back.
I think he's dead.
I don't know.
Everybody's dead.
I don't believe that Luffy kills anybody.
What if?
I think
What
Sanji
if?
got the first murder.
What if going to the, what if there's like We're going down Matt's conspiracy hole. When you go to the Grand Line, the Grand Line's the afterlife. Whoa. In Laboon and Crocus are like the gatekeepers at the entrance. Okay. The
Straw Hats just
afterlife.
went into a volcano and died.
Well, they go into a volcano. They fucking died, and then the Grand Line is like fucking limbo.
Mm-hmm.
It's the land in between, if you will, because it's in the and now Skypiea is actually fucking heaven, because Heaven's Gate and all that bullshit. I bet there's a hell. I bet
What
they
if
fucking
all
go to
of
hell.
One Piece is the afterworld? What if the Grand Line is the way out of the afterlife, and the One Piece is being brought back to life, and Luffy is actually just an autistic boy in a hospital bed, staring at a snow globe? And it turns out every anime is connected.
Is Zoro just like a scalpel on a tray next to him? Just like three scalpels taped together.
Sanji's like the orderly, brings him food.
Chopper's his little stuffed animal.
Chopper's his doctor.
Oh, but he always has like a little stuffed animal in his pocket or something like that.
Yeah, something. He's got like a little reindeer tie or some shit.
So
that we figured it out. We cracked One Piece.
Jimby is like those little those elastic bands that to keep his muscles from decreasing.
Is it Jinbei?
I don't fucking know. Who the fuck is Jimby?
How much longer till we meet Frankie? Is he the next one?
He is in the next main arc. Yeah.
Oh, that could be 30 episodes or 130 episodes.
It could. Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you remember that time that Frankie met Shia LaBeouf, and then he let Shia LaBeouf know that his other robot buddies were coming to the Grand Line, and that there was some evil robots from his island that were also coming to the Grand Line, and that they were going to have to save the Grand Line from the Decepticons.
Yeah, all right. And they're not robots; they're Transformers.
Yeah, and
they are Autobots.
And Frankie said, "I'm more than meets the eye."
Oh, do you think Frankie sounds like that? Did you know that Johnny Bravo is 17 years old?
That's fucked up. Oh man, that's fucked up.
Johnny Bravo's only 17 years old.
I don't
First
like
of all,
that
dude's
at all.
Jacked. Second of all, he goes after adult women.
Yes. We should probably get back to recapping. We're 45 minutes in, and we're an
Can I
episode
just say,
and a half.
You guys will also like Frankie because Frankie is also an adult.
Oh, incredible!
Yeah.
And does he creep on any children?
No.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
He is a fan of women, but he's not a creep.
Hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally. You can be a fan of women, but just like don't go up to them and start sucking on their feet like Sanji does.
Hey, Sanji does not start sucking on feet. We established this.
He would. You don't think he's like
he simps hard, but he also like respects women.
Do you think like
he's an
Sanji,
annoying simp, but he also respects?
That's fair. He doesn't do stuff that's
Standing
too
up.
creepy yet. We'll see though.
Sanji, it's me. Give me them
of-
toes.
A bunch of stuff happens. 36 caliber Phoenix. Zoro kills a dude. Shando he kills.
Yep.
Shando dude. I don't know what his name was. Doesn't matter.
He was the beanie gun guy.
Beanie gun guy. He
Yeah.
had some powers. It's not going to come back up. Chopper meets Gedatsu, who is like gets so angry that his eyes roll back, and I like him a lot. And then Sanji dies. Episode one.
No. Can I just talk about Gedatsu real quick?
Yeah.
Gedatsu, he's the Sky Priest of Swamp. He's a big dumb idiot. He keeps calling Chopper a raccoon dog, but like, yeah, his eyes roll back in his head, and
I like his
all he
face
has
a
to
lot.
do, all he has to do is roll his eyes back forward, but he's too dumb to do that, so he's just looking around blind.
He's so dumb he forgets to talk at one point.
Yeah,
He internally monologues.
yeah. We see Luffy and Wiper also fighting. Wiper just keeps shooting bazookas at Luffy, and Luffy just keeps being like ha 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 and like
Yeah.
bouncing the
He's like,
bazooka.
I got a big
blast back.
tummy. You can't hit me. My name's Luffy.
I did have a question to
Gum
posit
gum,
you.
eat
Mike.
my ass. What?
Gum gum ba boing. At the, I did have a question for you. I think I have a new theory on who fixed the Going Merry.
Do you think it was Eneru?
Fuck you. Yes.
Was I?
You. I wanted to build up to it. You just said it. What the heck?
Wait, that was legitimately your theory?
Yes, my theory is that Eneru fixed it because he wants to use.
it.
Because he wants to use. He kept talking about like, oh, tomorrow's the day that we're going to leave this place and move on to like whatever the fuck they're talking about.
I think he
And
wanted
I
to
think
use.
I think he's going to use the Going Merry to leave Skypiea.
But he wouldn't need it. He's living lightning. He could just like pew teleport.
I'm sure we're going to find out something about why he is like not to use electrical words, but he's literally grounded in Skypiea. But I feel like maybe there's a reason.
Oh, maybe he can't get through clouds.
Yeah, because he's fucking electricity. I bet
Because
he can't
Smoker's
leave.
stronger than him.
Because Smoker is stronger than him, yes. But that was my thought. Because I was like, oh, maybe he's the one who fixed the Going Merry, or maybe he took all the sky shit from the Going Merry he fixed it up, but then took all the sky shit and put it on his shit.
I think it was Pierre. That actually sounds
Sorry,
like a good
excuse
theory.
me. Sorry,
that sounds like a very good theory. I think that's like pretty sound. All that.
Should we cut that burp out? I feel bad for the listeners.
I already forgot about it.
I also
I don't know why
in
they're
the-
listening to this anyway.
It was posted in I believe in the meme dump channel on the Discord.
Buggy's beam dump.
Buggy's meme dump. A homemade meme by a friend of the show, Galaxy, of you and I arguing over who's the best dad, and then in the front just
Don't
motherfuckers.
start
So I think we need to really think about calling fans of the show motherfuckers.
Is that what we've
Spoken.
called them in the
They're-
past? Is that what you call them?
I think you've just been calling them the crew, but sometimes when I've been referring to them, I'm just saying, "Hey, you motherfuckers, you motherfuckers like it."
Hey, historian, which straw hats are me and Matt? If you had to assign us,
Well, Matt was already assigned Usopp by
That's
that
true.
online quiz.
yeah,
Um,
I'm some fucking dude I'm not gonna meet for 10 billion years.
I'm trying to think.
Am
of
I the ship?
this- You could
The
be the
Going
Mary.
I hear something happens to the Mary eventually.
Yeah, I got that spoiled by a fucking Lush commercial.
Really?
Yeah,
I-
well, I was like, that's a different ship. And then I asked the historian, what happens to the Going Merry? And I just got a grimace. It's like, oh, okay.
The only thing I got from
Usopp's gonna have a
historian
bad day.
is I was watching the episode where they got the Mary, and then the historian just went, "The Going Merry," and then like cried a little bit, and I was like, "Oh no, what does that mean?"
It's one of those things. It's like, it's been going for so long. Like you can only
It's been going merry.
It's been going merry for so long. You can only avoid so many spoilers.
I know.
like-
I just
You could not watch Dragon Ball Z, but you know at some point Goku loses his eyebrows and gets really long hair, or that his hair is blue at some point. Like,
Yeah.
maybe
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
be surprised at how much everybody dies in that show, but I don't know.
I know we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
When do we stop being One Piece virgins?
Oh, I feel like I try to stray away from the virgin part a few times. I have tried. in the past to stray away from that. Because, like, are you a virgin if you've done something 170 times? 174 times?
Maybe.
Usually you're not a virgin once you've done it once. But do we need to get through all of One Piece once? Which technically nobody has.
It's true.
It's not over.
Some might
No
say
one's at
we're
100%
all
run
One Piece
yet.
virgins. What was that, historian?
No one's completed One Piece yet.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So some might say we're all
You
One
can't.
Piece
You're not a
virgins.
virgin until it's finished.
Would it be bad if we referred to our fans as virgins?
How true do you think it is? Like, statistically. Sound off in the chat.
Sound off in the chat, folks. If you should we make a poll? What would you like to be referred to as? The crew, motherfuckers, or virgins?
One of them has kids.
One of them has kids, the other just don't. Or we're how about everyone's referred to as
we gotta let it. It's got to be organic. I think motherfuckers might be the most organic.
Yasop's kids.
Our children, our divine warriors.
Our divine warriors. Episode 171.
Oh, yeah, Sanji died.
Sanji died.
Hey, it's me, Sanji. I've left this mortal realm. Episode 171, the episode where Sanji, Usopp, and someone named Genbo die. Background MVP, this one is Pierre.
Oh, of course. Hell yeah.
He is always, but I've been trying to mix it up. Eneru fucking murders Sanji and Usopp.
It's okay, but we have to clarify, it's not an actual murder, it's an electrocution.
I think he tried to kill them, but he sucks so much egg that he couldn't do it.
He sucks so much egg?
He just sucks the egg dry so hard that he can't commit a murder.
Maybe.
I think I could kill Eneru in a straight fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need some dishwashing gloves and a blanket.
Some dish soap.
Yeah.
Oh
I could do
my
it.
God.
Historian, tell me I'm wrong.
No, you aren't.
See? It's fine. I think I could kill Eminem too in a straight fight.
Marshall Mathers?
Yeah, I don't think he knows how to fight.
I mean,
I don't think any of those dudes know how to fight at this point, right?
No.
Who's
they
to
sure
say?
don't.
Matt could kill me.
I could.
In fact, if there was just a three-way battle in this podcast, I would definitely be the first to go. The power levels are, yeah, that's decided.
Sorry.
Who do you think our most powerful fan is?
Our most powerful fan?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Well, this is only going based off of the Discord because that's.
I definitely don't know a bunch of people in the Discord.
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, the Krabby Patty secret formula is very powerful.
Well, there are so many people.
Wendy's 4 for 4.
Eleanor is the veteran fan, right? One of the
Eleanor
veteran fans.
is. I think Eleanor is.
Wait, hold up. We got somebody just straight up named Death. Sorry, should we name drop people like that?
They're in the Discord.
They're
I
in the
hope
yeah,
we get.
it's fine.
Yeah,
Death,
someone's name
you're
is
the You're the
Death.
strongest.
Death is the strongest.
Congratulations.
Death
I
comes
don't
for
know
us
who you
all.
are.
Death
No
comes for
idea
us
who you
all. Death comes for us all. Okay.
They got
That's
like
fine.
a badass anime icon thing.
That's what I was looking. Yeah. I don't know. I think Eleanor takes it as a veteran fan as well as Kiz. So yeah, I think the two of them could duke it out as our Goku and Vegeta. Locked in eternal combat as best friends.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. This is a One Piece podcast.
We were power ranking our Discord
I don't know.
listeners.
I just think it's fun to be like, that guy who can turn into lightning, I could kill him with my bare hands.
Also, I just need to say I have done the math.
Okay.
Buggy Watch. It's been 29 episodes since we've seen Buggy.
Buggy Watch.
Yep. Anyway, moving on.
Buggy's been investing in cryptocurrency.
Buggy wouldn't do that. Actually, no, Buggy would. Buggy would create his own cryptocurrency that would immediately
Buggy
go bankrupt,
coin.
and he would go into hiding about it.
Everyone get my Buggy Ape NFTs.
Buggy's been hiding out at the crypto.com arena.
AKA in Arby's. It's the behind part of an Arby's. I've been digging through the trash and getting the meat that hasn't touched anything that's bad.
I've been piling on those meat flaps into a sandwich just for me.
Richie tells me not to, but I do it anyway. Richie and I are married now.
No.
Alvina performed the ceremony. She's
I
a captain.
cried.
It was beautiful and wonderful.
We don't have sex, though. That's wrong.
Episode 171. Usopp's crying over Sanji being dead.
And then Usopp dies.
And then he gets electrocuted.
Because Usopp talks shit to Eneru, and Eneru's not having it.
Yep. He's monologuing.
Yeah, he says some shit. Who cares? He's just like, bygone fall. Sorry, you're not God anymore, and I'm God. I'm such a God. And then he teleports away.
Yeah. And then, like, Gonfal's just like, what's gold?
What is gold?
What is gold? I got really mad right after this because I thought that fucking the big circle ball dude Satori was alive, but it wasn't. It's his two twin fucking brothers named whatever the fuck.
Hodori and Kotori.
Yes, Hodori and Kotori.
Yeah, it's fine. They get murdered.
Eventually, yes.
We cut over to Luffy and Wiper fighting. There's a farty flame attack that Wiper uses. There's like a combination that people use of like stinky fart cloud and fire.
Mm-hmm.
This was actually a really good little brawl.
Yeah.
Like Luffy using his powers to like Spider-Man around was really cool and like dodge stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he punches the guy with the bazooka so hard that the guy with the bazooka decides he's going to leave. And then he gets eaten.
He just goes, I got more important things to do.
Yeah. It's like, you can't beat this child in jorts.
Well,
it's fine.
Then we cut over and Cheetah arms Gembo. Cannonball Man shoots cannon. And he takes out a bunch of goat dudes.
Yep.
There's a guy named Gembo, and he's got cheetah arms, and he holds a cannon.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
it.
then there's a guy named Yama who looks like a big fucked up Tim Curry. And he fights Genbo, and then he uses... There's like a whole bunch of back and forth. He uses the 10 axe attack / the axe mountain. It was like both.
I wrote he used the floppy 10 axe attack axe mountain.
Okay, yeah. Genbo dies.
Yes.
Then we cut back. We're speeding through it.
We're speeding through it.
Hodori and Kotori are Satori's younger brothers.
But they're goats.
They're goat people too. Don't know why. Does that get explained, historian?
No.
Not
Cool.
once.
That makes sense.
Why would it?
Nami is going to defend her friends. She pulls out her weapon. She's like, I'm ready to fight.
She whips out the stat, and then Pierre tosses Gonfall his lance. Yeah.
And then I feel like this happens 20 times. Gadatsu and Chopper are like, hey, I'm acknowledging you. Before they actually fight.
Yeah.
In the next episode.
That's it.
Yeah. He's got a lemon face. Gadatsu does. He's got a big old lemon face. It's like,
He's got a lemon face, but he's also... Oh, wait. Yes, never mind. I was thinking of someone else. He's got a lemon face. Fucking Yama, Divine Commander Yama, has a lemon body.
He's
just
king of
round.
the chins. He's got 12 chins.
He's a big old round boy.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking one of those like containers that you open up, and then inside there's a smaller version,
like a Russian nesting doll.
Yeah, he looks like a Russian nesting doll. He looks like the biggest Russian nesting doll, and there's.
Is that a devil fruit?
Is that a devil fruit?
A nest fruit where like somebody opens up and there's a smaller version and they just keep giving birth to smaller versions of themselves?
There isn't that specifically.
Okay.
But you're saying there's a chance.
There's a birth fruit.
But I'm not saying something similar doesn't exist.
Okay. I got anxiety. Somebody asked me how far into One Piece are you? I'm like, oh, we're 174 episodes. And then I paused. I'm like, there's over 1,000. So much has happened, Matt.
So much has happened, and there's so much more to happen.
I've already forgotten so much. We're probably gonna forget 90% of what happens in this arc.
Probably. We're probably gonna more than 90%. Probably like 100% of what happens.
At some point, we're gonna be like, what did Eneru even do?
I'm gonna forget his name was Eneru.
Yeah. He seems important now, but I bet in the grand scheme of things, he's absolutely nothing, and Skypiea is not. How important is Skypiea? Do the shells keep coming back?
I feel like the shells gotta
continue
come
to
back.
be a thing in the world of One Piece. Skype. I was talking to Matt a little bit about this. There is a really good YouTube account that I can link in the Discord. It's this girl. She goes by the name Melon online, and she makes a lot of video essays in relation to One Piece. And I was watching. She has like a 40-minute one about Skypiea because it does get a lot of grief for what it is. But what it is kind of like it's an insular arc, but it also sets up so much for the rest of the world of One Piece. Primarily, the concept of the sins of the father.
The sins of the father.
So, while Skypiea itself is this arc that only exists and primarily affects, Eneru, Skypiea, the Shindorians, stuff like that, it sets up such long con shit in the world of One Piece that, stuff that happened in the last, 4 weeks of mangas being released is a callback to Skypiea.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I'm going to say, so far, I think I am having more fun with Skypiea than I did with Alabasta. I think Alabasta felt like it was wasting my time more.
I disagree.
There was such a sense of urgency in Alabasta, and then everybody would fuck off and do something completely random, and I'm Alabasta was like, I don't even know what we're doing anymore, but at least Skypiea is consistently everybody wants to kill God. Can keep tabs on that.
I appreciate your opinion. I have a different opinion. I enjoyed the sense of urgency of Alabasta, and I felt like we talked about this a little bit. It felt like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign where they had that overarching goal that they were moving towards always. I feel like Skypiea is the Straw Hats are I guess there's gold here, so we're gonna go do that, but we don't have to do that. Also, there's all this other bullshit going on that really doesn't concern us at all.
My understanding of One Piece is that it becomes less about the Straw Hats. They are the thing that travels through the world, but the world becomes the character, and Skypiea feels like the start of that. Everything around the Straw Hats is more important than them.
Yes, Skypiea does a good job of kind of setting the tone of the Straw Hats just happen to be in this part of the world at this time while all of this is going on. This would have been happening, without the Straw Hats. They are just the catalyst to kind of kick off some of these large world events.
Right.
Is that coming out of from thinking about the Straw Hat universe? Do you think that is because Oda was creating and telling the story of the Straw Hats and then had all of a sudden had 7 crew members immediately and was oh, I did that really fast. I've got way more time I can stretch this out, so I'm just gonna stretch it out a whole lot for 20 years and then get 3 more crew members and then we're good.
One thing I'm liking about Skypiea, actually, to like almost double back on what I was saying, is it's doing some more of what I think is like a very strong suit, is like Sanji, Zoro, Luffy fighting is nothing, right? It's fun, it's exciting, it's like a Dragon Ball Z fight. You 100% know Sanji, Luffy, Zoro are probably going to come out of that fight on top. When Usopp, Nami, or Robin 2, I think Robin 2 is like a given. When Usopp, Nami, or Chopper fight, I feel like there are stakes because you don't actually know if they're going to win or lose, or if they're going to need somebody to come in and save the day. Like Chopper's fight in the next episode is really I felt more excited about that because I'm like, I don't actually know if Chopper's going to win.
Yeah.
Right? Like when Usopp fights, don't know if he's actually going to win or not. Like Nami fighting, no idea.
It would have been interesting if we started watching One Piece, but we were not told or had the context of how many episodes there were.
It would, yeah. I think I would have thought that it'd be ending soon.
I feel like it would have been a lot. I mean, it's too late now. We're in it. It's too late. But like, I feel like it would have been interesting because I do a lot of, when I'm consuming media a lot, I tend to do, I think this is because of just like the nature of what I do for a living with my job and stuff, where I tend to look too much at like the technical aspects of how a story is being told, whether, because I do a lot of live theater and shit. So I do way too much when I'm watching media, unless I am like fully grasped by the story. I will then start just like thinking to myself as I'm consuming it, like, okay, so like this is the next like step in that story structure, and like, okay, this is the turning point, this is like the setback for that character, great. But like knowing that there are like a thousand more fucking episodes, I'm like, oh, like it takes the stakes away a little bit for me, because I'm like, I know all these characters are going to fucking live.
Yeah, I think that's why they introduce so many side characters. Is like the thing that One Piece has been bad at is that I don't know about you, I have not really cared about many of the side characters that much.
Sure.
Like, it's like they're fine. Even Vivi is fine. Like she started out strong and then just gradually got worse because she just became like a helpless princess trope. Like she wasn't she was barely a thing by the end of it.
She did, but she did have at least a lot of character. I mean, she did have some character growth, and she did have development, which was nice. I feel like we haven't had another character on that level yet, and obviously we're like the second big arc right now. So whatever. I mean, other than like the main crew, I guess.
I'm sure like we do have characters who are going to keep coming back who are like secondary. Like Ace is going to come back, Buggy's going to come back, Alvida's probably going to come back. Like those characters are going to keep coming back.
Bon Clay,
we don't know what happens to them. What if Buggy fucking dies? Like that would be heartbreaking.
That would be heartbreaking. It's really interesting that we're having this like intellectual discussion about One Piece now. I'm sure maybe people are enjoying it. Who's to say? If you like it, everyone let us know in the Discord or
like
send us a
15 minutes ago
email.
We were making them decide if they wanted to be called virgins or motherfuckers.
They're a bunch of virgin motherfuckers.
Yeah, so let us know how you liked our intellectual talk about the One Piece universe, but also if you want to be called virgins or motherfuckers, send us transponder snail at funpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Getting the plugs in there, everybody.
I think the point I was trying to make, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it straight back.
Bringing it back. It's a One Piece podcast.
Is the stakes are not like, I don't think any of the Straw Hats are going to die. I think they're all fucking fine. I think they're all immortal. Whatever. Like, look at Dragon Ball. That's what it's taking primarily from. If you want to watch something where you're like, oh, are they going to make it or not? Like, you're going to go watch like a JoJo, or you're going to watch something like that where you're like, oh, it's middle of the season and so just ate it.
Yeah.
This, though, like, I think the stakes are more like, is this going to be a growing moment for this character or not? And I'm curious because Usopp, Nami, and Chopper, more so Usopp and Chopper, I think I've had the issue of like they have these like fights that go well for them and they figure things out, and yet they haven't become like braver or like progressed at all. And maybe that's because Oda's just like, yeah, no, I still got thousands of stories to tell.
I will argue against you right now and say that the next episode we have a fight with Chopper where I think he grows a little braver after that fight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, is that going to stick though?
Oh,
because like I feel like in Usopp and Chopper don't reflect how their fight, or maybe they're more cowardly because of that fight with the I don't even remember what the fuck they're called, the bad gang of bad people,
the Shandorans.
No, in Alabasta, the
Baroque Works agents.
The Baroque Works, yeah, they get pretty fucked up.
Sorry, that was loud. Fucking Baroque Works.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Stupid
I don't predict Luffy to ever have character development, which is fine.
I mean, yeah,
right. That's fine. He's an anchor. He's a support.
I was
He's
trying to
just
think. I was trying to think if he had some in Alabasta when he got his shit pushed in by Crocodile, by his mom.
Luffy's like, I just gotta punch my mom harder.
Just wet. I gotta be wet and punch my mom.
Sopping wet.
And punch my mom with my wet gum.
Episode 172. So careless.
Yes.
Background MVP is history itself. 'Cause we fucking start hot and heavy with Robin talking about history.
Yeah.
We get timeline. I don't know if maybe this has happened and I wasn't paying attention, but so she finds that there's parts of like the ruin she's at that are a memorial to Shandora. The city fell in 402 SE. So the city was okay in 402 SE 1100 years ago, and then it fell 800 years ago.
Yeah.
What is SE? Did we find that out?
Sucked era.
Yeah, the shitty era before the pirate era.
I think if that's something you would know.
The sea era?
Sea era? Shiny era? Shandora era?
Shandoran
Shandoran
the sexy era.
Sexy era. Come along.
Robin does also say that there was a void century that is lost to time of the world, where there's a whole 100 years.
100 years vanished.
That vanished. No one knows what happened in that 100 years.
She finds a map.
Mm-hmm.
I took a lot of notes on this, but they were all just me being excited about the Chopper fight.
Okay, so I guess, I mean, this isn't really spoilers. I'm trying to think if it's ever, like, deeply explained in the show. That two calendar systems exist within the world, the Age of the Sea Circle and the Age of Heaven, which, depending on which part of, which blue you were from and, the age, is how you were recording it. So when they're, talking about, when Cricket is talking about the writings of his ancestors, he's using the SE, which is the Sea Circle timeline, but then Robin and Robin and Alabasta specifically refers to the timeline of like the Age of Heaven, the Poneglyph, all of that stuff.
Interesting.
So the Poneglyph is something. There's going to be an ancient race of aliens or something, right?
God, I hope so.
Like that's where the Poneglyphs seem like they're pointing. Matt's
sure.
We have video feed up and Matt's teleporting.
Oh,
he's in a little tropical place.
Hey, I'm on Skypiea right now. See this?
He's on Skypiea.
See that?
Oh, is that cloud water?
It's a cloud water. Cloud Island, baby.
I don't have video feed, or else you guys would be able to tell that I am playing RuneScape right now.
You fucking been deep into RuneScape, haven't you?
Are you regressing? Weren't you like really? I know you play a lot of Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Did you go back from that to like World of Warcraft and then back from that to RuneScape?
I didn't even reach the stepstone of World of Warcraft. Just went straight to RuneScape.
Are RuneScape and World of Warcraft contemporaries?
I think so.
Did they come out at the same time?
I'm pretty sure they were coming out around the same time because I remember being in high school And my friend's little brother was playing RuneScape, and that was also the year that I was introduced to World of Warcraft. And that was right before Burning a Crusade came out. This is where the nerd's coming out. And then I got deep into Burning Crusade.
I played Burning Crusade when I was like in 6th grade, and I was still also playing RuneScape solidly around that time frame. So,
yeah.
I played City of Heroes, where when you got to level 20, you could wear a cape.
Hey. Look at my background. I'm in Roku City.
Oh my god.
Roku City.
Is that King's Row? Please email me if you played City of Heroes. You can still play it. There's a free server that fans run. It's so good. It's so good. Could you guys both cover your ears?
Yeah. They covered.
It's the best MMO. It's got the best customization. It's so fucking good. You can just punch dudes with superpowers. It's so much fun.
I'm not offended by anything Mike said. I was listening the whole time.
Man, you should play City of Heroes with me.
I don't know. You just got me into playing Fortnite, so
I didn't. That was our friend of the show, Robert.
Everybody got me into playing. I've played 2 rounds of Fortnite, and I've gotten victory royales both times. I have conquered the game for babies.
Has One Piece crossed over with Fortnite yet? I know Dragon Ball did.
I think it would probably be inevitable for it to. I'm really interested.
I want to be a Luffy with a gun.
I think I don't want to play it anymore. I think 2 is enough.
I want to play. I want to be Sanji with a gun.
Isn't there that arc coming up eventually?
It's me. I'm getting the victory royale. I shot Ariana Grande. Oh no.
Hey, it's me, Sanji. Come take a sip of my slurp juice.
It's me, Sanji. I'm hitting the gritty. Me, Sanji's hanging out with Jonathan Cena.
Look, it's me, Sanji. I'm shooting noobs with Eren Yeager.
Who the fuck is that?
What? He's the Attack on Titan guy that's apparently going to be on Fortnite next week.
Oh,
or
is that the dude? Okay.
I don't know, man.
Sorry, I've watched 2 episodes. Have I explained this on the podcast?
I don't know.
I've watched
maybe.
2 episodes of Attack on Titan.
I think I also have only watched those. I've watched
The first 2?
I've watched the first 2 on my own, and then I've absorbed some by the historian watching. But historian, every time I like walk in the room and they're watching the show, and the historian's like, it's just fascism. They're all fascists. They all suck. I hate this show, but I need to finish it.
I've stuck it out too long. I gotta know how it ends. And could I read the manga? Yes, but I don't want to. Because Mappa animates it, and it's fine.
Sorry if you're a fan of Attack on Titan.
The way I watched Attack on Titan can't be done anymore because I watched it on the Nintendo 3DS eShop in 2015. I was up at like 1 a.m, just cruising the eShop like you do, and I'm like, oh, Attack on Titan? You know, I worked with a child at the time in my previous job who was really into it, so I'm like, oh, I'll check it out, see what's going on. I'll watch a trailer for the game. I was like, this is a long trailer. It's like 23 minutes long. It's a full episode of the show. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And I watched it all on a tiny 3DS screen. So I'm like, well, let's check out the second trailer. And it was the second episode of the show. I don't remember a fucking second of it.
Hey.
Can I just bitch about Attack on Titan for a second?
Yeah, fucking go for it. This is a One Piece podcast.
It's not even bitching. It's just
a lot of fighting.
So you watch Attack on Titan in the first season, you're like, this is a cool plot. There's these giant naked monsters that are eating people. Let's see where this goes. They live in these walled cities, and the plot twist at the end of the first season is, oh shit, there's titans inside the walls. The walls are made of titans. So they're like, this is weird. And then you get to the second season, and it's more of that. It's like, oh, people can be titans, kind of. And the third season is kind of along the same lines. And then you get to the 4th season, and it's just fascism. It is just fascism.
People turn into like the naked crazy people that are running around?
There's a select group of people who are able to turn into the titans. Yes. and Eren
Okay.
Yeager is one of them.
And then they become fascists.
And then they're also fascists because
were-
they discover the people who can turn into Titans were the original inhabitants, but they enslaved the world, but then the world enslaved them back. And it was just like, what if... Yeah, it's... yeah.
What if so there was Nazis and they
Yeah.
did horrible things to the Jewish people.
Yeah.
But then the Jewish people did horrible things back to the Nazis.
What if the Jewish got superpowers and used
and used their powers to do horrible things back to the Nazis, but now the Nazis are like, "Oh, poor us."
Magneto?
I guess.
But worse.
It's basically the
Magneto's
plot
great
of
in it.
X-Men.
No, that's the thing. No, I'm saying Magneto is good, and
Yeah.
I'm on Magneto's side. I'm not on anyone's side in Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan is the plot of the first X-Men movie, but everyone is Colossus.
Oh.
I don't know.
Is Colossus in the first X-Men movie?
I don't think so. I made that up. That
No.
doesn't make any
It
sense.
would have been
at all.
too good. I don't think I like any of the X-Men movies.
Do you remember the time Frankie was with Shia LaBeouf and some more of his robot friends were on the dark side of the moon?
It's just the title of the movie, man.
And then they had, I don't remember.
I remember a time I was in a theater and I saw a trailer for a Transformers movie, and I leaned over to a dear friend and I just said, "You see Bumblebee there? He's got some real DSLs, dick sucking lips." And that's the most I've ever made that friend laugh.
One time I went to
He
the
doesn't listen to the show.
one time I went to the third Transformers movie at a midnight premiere because they still did midnight premieres at the time, and I drank an entire purple Flor Loco beforehand. And I fell asleep for most of the movie, but I woke up and there was one moment where there was a beautiful shot of a dog who was looking away from the camera and then just looked at directly at the camera, and I screamed out loud, "Look at that dog!" And then everybody shushed me.
Because you were both, you took the greatest up or downer drink of all time.
I don't remember anything about that movie whatsoever except for that dog.
Man. And that's been episode 172.
And that was
of-
episode 172.
Listen, Chopper and Gadatsu fight. Chopper
Chopper gets his first kill.
Chopper kills a man.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yep. Dude drowns in his own fart gas.
Yeah, Chopper knocks Gadatsu into. He makes like swamp clouds where there's a 50% survival rate because it's basically like fucking quicksand, but cloud. Chopper ends up just knocking Gadatsu into it after a heavy amount of fighting, and he gets his first kill. And he proves he's not scared. He stands his ground. He proves he's brave.
He does a cool little, like, he hits him with arm point and makes a little cross on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then he hydrates aggressively and decides to go look for gold because he's a real pirate now.
Hell yeah.
Meanwhile, and Conus is there.
Yeah, Isa, the little small child, senses Gadatsu's dead. And then her little waver breaks down in the middle of the white sea, and she meets up with Conus and Pagaya, who are on a different waver going to try to get to the Straw Hats. And Isa's like, "I can sense where they are because of my mantra." And that's it.
All the voices are going away. It's scary.
It's scary. All these people are dying. I'm a child.
So scary.
I'm so scared of all the death surrounding me.
If there isn't a fucking villain who sounds like that in One Piece,
I mean, we can make our own.
the 4Kids dub would have done it. That's what Eneru would have sounded like. Like, I'm God.
I'm God, and I have my divine sky priest here. They're going. They're giving electricity. Taste my electricity, you.
Look at the lobes on this guy.
Ooh. I like your boat. It's got a fun head. Episode 173.
Remind me to look at the stats for this episode because I bet the numbers go down right there. I bet people stop listening.
Oh, right. We're doing the voice.
Yeah.
I think that's where the numbers come right back. Everyone's senses.
They-
Everyone's used their mantra
They know.
to
Yeah,
know
they-
we're doing the voice.
Our little divine warriors.
Put it on the
Episode
list.
173, One Piece Battle Royale.
Yeah, let's go.
Background MVP. Do you want to take a guess who it is?
I wrote Llama Lori.
What?
I don't know what that means.
No, it's Luffy. Luffy's the background MVP of this one.
I wrote, who's Llama Lori? I said Llama Lori just meeting up with Eneru. What does that mean? I don't know what it means. Anyway.
Kamakiri?
Oh, Kamakiri. Yeah.
Kamakiri, yeah.
Yeah, he meets up with Eminem and he's like, I got you for 5 minutes.
Eminemaru.
5 minutes of playtime. What are you doing over there?
Kamakiri is ready.
Yeah.
I have a note. Ask Matt.
Yes.
Would you wear a log pose style watch?
No, I wouldn't. We talked about this many episodes ago. Fucking
I
the
can't
most
remember that far
the
back.
most ridiculous design I've ever seen. I would be
Like
completely
Nami's watch that's just a big orb.
I would be terrified of broken glass every time I wore it. I would smash that motherfucker and just my whole arm would be ripped to shreds with glass.
That's fair.
Yeah. Why? Just curious.
It was just a
The
loose
worst.
thought. Apparently, I just keep repeating the same thoughts. So
It's fine. I do it too. We're eventually we're
Yeah.
just gonna keep telling the same stories, but everyone is polite enough. All you motherfuckers are so polite enough that you're not like, hey guys, you already talked about that. Can you please fucking the episodes are already 2 hours long. Do you need to tell that story
fine.
again?
we're gonna speed right through the next two. I'm just gonna read my notes straight up. Do you want me to just read what I wrote
Sure.
for this?
Let's go.
Okay. Kamakiri is struggling.
Yep.
Giant Jack. Uh-oh, Eneru kills a guy. A little star, asterisk. I bet Mantra is some bullshit. Next one. Hattori and Kotori are dick shits. Fucking kicking half-dead Usopp and Sanji. Couple of chotes. Oh good, Gonfall murders Kotori. Nami kills the other one. And I wrote, Nami fighting is consistently awesome. I like when the cowards fight in general. More creative, I wrote. Nami fogs Satori up, then crotch blasts him with an impact dial. And I wrote, oh yeah, Isa hears voices disappearing. Mantra, whatever.
She screams.
Gonfall dips out. Konus and company meet up with Nami. Pagaya fixed the old busted waiver. Way more powerful than a normal waiver. Oh shit, Eneru is pure electricity. Luffy should do great against this shit. Raiden is way cooler. Eneru plays up having... Eneru is playing up having devil fruit powers.
Yes.
Because he monologues at the end. He's like, I'm God, this is why I'm great, because I'm a force of nature. And it's like...
Yeah.
You and 50 other people, dude. It's not...
Yeah.
It's not that impressive.
A couple of things that I have to add to that.
Add away, man.
During all of it, I noticed Eneru's ears. They're really gross. I don't know if you noticed his ears.
Oh yeah, he's got the weighted earlobe
They're
things.
fucked up. I don't like that. I didn't notice them until this episode that they're super long. I didn't like that a lot.
You didn't notice? Yeah, I
No.
noticed that pretty.
I don't.
I feel like I've met people with that.
I've met with people that in person for sure, but his are down to his fucking kneecaps.
I would worry about them getting caught.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I guess if he turns into fucking lightning all the time, it doesn't matter. But yeah, he just gets Eminem just gets stabbed through the fucking sorry Eneru. Every time I wrote Eneru, I wrote Eminem, and now I'm just calling him Eminem. He gets stabbed through the fucking head. He gets cut in half by all these different things by Kamakuri, but then he just reforms. He's a regenerator.
I really no-sold that entire fight.
I mean, it's fine. He says he's living lightning, and I'm like, did he eat the lightning fruit?
He must have.
Yeah.
It's not Mantra. It's not shells.
Yeah.
He's just a devil fruit user. It's not.
Yeah.
Which is like such a weird thing. Like you can't be like, I'm a force of nature if you just ate a fucking fruit.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I mean,
guess what?
Yeah.
Ace.
He's a force
Living
of
fi- is
yeah.
he living fire? Like
I mean, I
don't-
think it's just him like fucking bloviating and being like, "Oh, I live
Actually,
it
that
like-"
is weird. Why doesn't Ace turn into fire when Smoker turns into smoke? Like Smoker could just become a cloud.
I mean, I'm sure that's something Ace could do. He probably just
Yeah.
didn't do it. The move that Eneru uses, the big electric blast, is called the 1,000,000 volt Vitari, I think it's called. I don't know. He blows Kamakuri the
don't
fuck up.
Oh yeah, he kills a
Um,
bunch of people with that.
Yeah. When that happens, little girl Isa screams. We started with 81 people on
What are we at now?
and then 2 hours later there were 56 gone. And I believe it was 7 Shandorians left, 5 Straw Hats, and then 13 other folks.
Which is weird because motherfucker, your mantra's not that good. We know Sanji and Usopp aren't dead.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they're knocked out. Which raises the question, like, when does the mantra stop working on people?
well, it's 5 Straw Hats. That's
There's
Oh.
7
Pippin,
straw
stop
hats.
oh, maybe I got those numbers wrong. Maybe it was 5 Shandorians, 7 Straw Hats.
No, he does say 5 straw hats.
Oh, yeah,
I just
'cause he-
watched that
yeah,
today.
'cause he-
so like he's counting Usopp and Sanji's dead. I guess he didn't check the pulse.
Yeah, they're definitely not dead. They're just fucked up.
No. Yeah.
Well, he said, he's like, remember earlier he said at the end of this, only 5 people will be standing. So maybe Sanji and Usopp are just like down for the count for the rest of the. Yeah. Interesting.
I bet they come back. Eneru, I can only assume that Eneru, being so confident about everything he's saying, is wrong about everything.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's like,
Total
I use my
sham.
mantra, and it's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Yeah, and then the episode just ends with Luffy. He's in a cave holding a necklace of solid gold, and he's like, "Man, I wish there was a barbecue shop in here. Where am I?"
Yeah. He's gonna pop out of a snake's butthole at some point.
Hell yeah, he is.
That's what's gonna happen.
Episode
Episode
174.
It belongs in a museum.
Oh,
Part time. Background MVP is Big South Bird.
Big South Bird. Big South Bird. Oh. Oh.
I have-
Oh.
I have. Do you think Eneru is always naked?
Interesting.
Because he's made of lightning.
He's made of lightning, yeah, and his pants seem to go
So
with
the clothes
him.
are his flesh.
The clothes are his flesh. Look at that.
But then is Smoker always naked? Because he can turn his clothes into smoke.
Maybe he made special clothes.
Smoke clothes. Do you think they're like the Fantastic Four's bodysuits that they're made of like special cells that can match with their...
I was gonna say, yeah, it's that or like a Green Lantern situation where their powers build.
manifest?
Yeah.
These are my smoke pants.
These are my smoke pants.
If you were to reach into my smoke pants, you'd see that they're not there and you could touch my ding dong, but don't touch my ding dong.
Don't touch my ding dong.
That's a capital offense.
You'll be put in the brig for touching my ding.
Straw Hat Luffy, don't touch ding dongs. I'm gonna touch ding dongs. Don't do it.
I'm gonna touch your ding dong, Smoker.
I'm not gonna touch ding dongs unless they're Namis.
You can touch my ding dong, South Bird. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, was that?
I'm gonna have dreams about Southbird Sanji.
That's Southbird Sanji. Nami's just shredding that gnar on the cloud waves. She's just shredding that gnar.
Yeah, they're just kind of burning time because they're waiting for everybody.
Yeah.
Luffy is just walking around we don't know if it's the inside of a snake, but I assume it's the inside of a snake.
I think he's inside of a.
He's got a crown.
He's got a crown. He's just like, oh, well, I'm looking for treasure, whatever.
Zoro eats lunch
with Southbird.
Yeah, he doesn't share it.
Mm-hmm.
The Southbird is pointing south at all times. Zoro doesn't understand.
Yep, it's very funny.
Robin finds a new reason to live. I'm just reading my notes again. She fights Yama. She protects the ruins because the ruins are important. They're history.
Yep.
We protect history. I wrote, why didn't she just restrain him?
Well, because she, like Zoro, is fond of the murder. But she
could have.
She didn't want to release the full power of her devil fruit powers. So she led Yama
come out of him.
She led Yama away from the ruins, and then she took her bag off and she said, "Okay, time to do a murder." And then she takes her cowboy hat off, and then she does a murder.
Why doesn't she just make a hand inside somebody and choke their heart?
It doesn't.
Or make a hand inside their brain, which would kill them instantly.
I don't know.
What if she?
I don't know if it works like that. It's Matt. I don't want to hear what you're gonna say. I know. I see your face, and I know you're too excited.
Why doesn't she make two hands inside the inner thigh and just up punch the dick ball?
Why doesn't she put a?
No, Matt. I need to cut you off only because Mike. The sentence of why doesn't she make two hands in the inner thigh and uppercut the dick? You are going to get something so dangerously close to that in one of the later arcs, and I am so excited for you to get to it. But I don't think it's flower or petal is what her fruit is. So she produces outside of. So I don't think she could build limbs inside of anyone. It's all extension. So whatever skin or surface area there is, it extends from.
So you're saying
how does it distinguish inside and outside?
I don't know about that one, but I think it would be a little too
convenient.
It's the same thing when we were talking about the bracket and stuff, where we're like, well, Smoker could just stick his arm down anyone's throat and turn it into smoke until they suffocate. And it's like, could he? Yes. Has he? Maybe. Will we see it? I'm assuming most likely not.
What if Robin put a butt inside of each of their nostrils and their mouth so they couldn't breathe?
She could put several arms. She does restrain this guy is the thing. She could restrain him and then just cover his mouth and smother him to death.
Oh yeah, she could.
It's not like what she does is any less gruesome than that.
I mean, what she does is fucking brutal. She basically makes a fucking noose out of all of her arms and then throws him off a fucking cliff. It's fucking awesome. It's so good. And that's like after she like breaks his fucking fingers and just and then he does his like axe attack thing at her, and she just like reaches over and flips it at him, so it just slices him to shreds. And then she breaks his fingers, makes a arm noose, and then wraps it around his neck and throws him off a cliff. It's so fucking brutal. Robin is fucking awesome.
Yeah, she doesn't. You fuck with history, you get the horns.
Yeah, she's like, don't touch those fucking hieroglyphs, you motherfucker. I'll kill you in the worst way you could ever imagine. Sorry, poneglyphs. Poneglyphs.
Yeah, she murders Yama. And then she's like, oh yeah, maybe the Rio Poneglyph is here. And she spends like 10 minutes walking around some ruins and then talks about how the city that she's seeing is just the top.
Yeah.
And there's more underneath the clouds.
So then she digs.
What? There's some other media that has done like clouds as like thick cuttable things, and it's always the most satisfying thing to watch. I want to cut a cloud.
I feel like we should make
I just want to eat cotton candy.
I want to eat marshmallows. Fuck. Oh.
Matt, do you want to roast marshmallows the next time we hang out?
Yeah. We have
Should we do a podcast by fire?
We could do that in our backyard. We have a little...
Just like the little crackle of a fire in the background. We just talk about...
We could do that. We could maybe... we could do the dad bracket around a fire.
Ooh, yeah. We'll crack open some, like, Bud Lights around the fire.
The most dad of alcohols.
Historian can be in the background wearing, like, a fucking... something mask at the grill grilling meats.
Do you think we could faintly have Jimmy Buffett playing in the background at all times?
We'd have
as you and I verbally assault each other.
I think we'd have to find like a knockoff version, I think, just so we don't get
Do you want to get I'm not going to say his name on the podcast, but I'm going to describe this person we know in real life enough. I'm just going to say the word banjo. We could get him to just come play music in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be really good.
Oh, that
Do you
person.
think he could figure out some One Piece covers?
Oh, he could just whip out shanties.
Oh, that'd be good.
Which is pretty much all public domain at this point.
Are we going to do this as a video?
I don't know. It's going to get really violent, though, is the thing.
I mean, that's
what was your dumbass going to say that the best dad was?
Daddy the Father.
Daddy the Father. I didn't say dad. Okay, I didn't say Daddy the... No, insane. Daddy the Father. No, shut the fuck up. No. I'm going to talk about this right now. I don't care. We have one episode to go. Daddy the Father.
I'm just going to believe
I'm not saying Daddy the Father is just like cut in just a bunch of hey Sanji no, Daddy the Father is not the best dad in One Piece. Daddy the Father is a better father than Mary.
You sure about that?
Yes, I am positive. Mary bought...
And what was your reasoning?
My reasoning was Mary bought the rest of the Straw Hats' affection by giving them a ship.
He made a ship.
He still gave them the ship.
Daddy the Father literally buys his daughter affection by buying her things.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
In that episode, he's like, oh, I'll get you whatever you want, little girl.
Sure.
Because I'm a fucking creeper Christian dad.
It's his child. He can give her presents. His name is Daddy.
That's not...
He's a better dad than Mary.
It's not true. That's absolutely...
I'm going to look up all the facts I can about Daddy the Father, and I'm going to whip everyone out on you.
You're going to be like, there's 2 sentences. He's a creep.
I'm putting something in the Discord right now. I'm using executive power and adding everyone. So when you hear my typing, I'm not going to put a poll. I'm just going to put a text post that people can respond with blue hearts for Mary or red hearts for Daddy the Father. Just because I want to see what the people say.
I will ban anybody who wants your Daddy the Father.
No, it's fucking everyone's on your side, Mike. I know it, but I'm standing strong. Daddy the Father. Anyway, let's finish this recap because we do have transponder snails this week. And we are approaching.
There's a poneglyph in Shandora, but the Shandorans didn't make the poneglyph. Somebody else did. Ooh, mystery. Long-term mystery. Who made those? And then there's a bell, and Robin's like, gotta ring it. And then Luffy's like, this cave sure is long. I hope I don't pop out of a big snaky butthole. And then next time we're watching episodes 175 through 180.
It's true. Well, did you say the Rio poneglyph?
Oh yeah, she thinks the Rio poneglyph there, and there's like a hint about ringing the bell.
Yes, the sounding of the belfry, if you will. Mm-hmm. Shandora City of Gold collapsed 800 years ago, but it's all here. Robin did it. She discovered it. Everybody else out there is fighting for their lives and dying, but she's like, fun archaeological dig. She finds those poneglyphs. All right, what the fuck's going on?
Poneglyph. Nothing.
Fuckers.
We can't vote, Matt.
All right.
I get to vote.
You know why Daddy the Father is...
One of us has been temporarily banned from the channel, and one of us hasn't.
Hey, Mike. I'm grabbing the microphone right now. You want to know another reason why Daddy the Father's better than Mary? I'm going to ruin your day right now. I just looked up on the One Piece fandom wiki page.
Stop looking up stuff about One Piece on the internet. That's how
it's
you get
only about Daddy the Father.
It's
Daddy the Father. He's in one goddamn episode. Daddy the Father is very close to Smoker. And when he talks to Smoker in that episode, Smoker says, tell your daughter Carol, her name's Carol, whatever. He says, tell Carol I say hello. And Daddy the father replies, I'll tell her Uncle Smoker says hello. Uncle Smoker. Uncle Smoker. Canonically,
anything-
Smoker
if anything,
is
that just
brothers
means-
with Daddy the father.
If anything, that just means that Smoker's the cool uncle, and that's what we all want.
Yeah. And Smoker has bad taste in friends. That's
No, he
fine.
doesn't. He has two friends, and that's it. Toshigi and Daddy the father.
And Daddy the father, who's never seen again.
Canonically dies off screen
Yeah.
minutes
Maybe.
later.
He might be dead. He also fought Yasop.
My dad is friends with people I don't like.
All our dads have
I still love my
questionable
dad.
friends.
So I'm going to love Smoker even though he's friends with people I don't like. What historian?
All of our dads are friends with people we don't like, but they're still our dads.
Yeah. Smoker's allowed to make mistakes, Matt, is the point you're making. I get it.
Oh my god. Okay, can we please read some
Busted.
fucking transponder snails now?
Yeah.
Ba-da,
I
ba-da,
don't think we should
ba-da.
record this dad episode.
Ba-da. Why? Because it's gonna get fucking brutal.
It's going to break up the podcast.
It's fine.
It's going to be like, historian, could you please tell Matt that actually?
I think we should have like a fun shared snack. We have to feed each other s'mores at the end of the episode to like put past our differences.
We should be
No.
like you take a shot if you say this name too many times or something.
Well, I can't say. I gotta say daddy a lot.
Daddy.
Ba-da.
Smoker played by Pedro Pascal.
Ba-da.
How do we get TikTok to stop sending us emails?
I could do that. I'll work on that.
Okay.
He's sending us a
Alright.
lot of emails.
It's 90%. TikTok is our biggest fan.
It's true. Ba-da.
All right.
The first one is from a person that says,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Matt and Mike. I was so nervous when y'all read my last email, but now I'm a bit more confident, so I'm sending another. If y'all know Ben 10, read what's in parentheses. If not, skip it. I don't know Ben 10.
No, I know.
don't know
I
Ben-
know Ben 10.
I don't know anything about Ben 10.
Historian knows Ben 10.
No, it's a kid with a watch.
I know.
The
I've I've definitely watched.
Excuse you?
The what?
The Omnitrix?
I've
It's his
definitely
watch
watched-
that changes him into different aliens.
I've definitely watched like probably like 12 episodes of Ben 10 throughout time, but I
lived
couldn't tell you
through
what the
all
fuck.
of the reboots.
I know it's like a watch, and he can like
Reboots?
twist
Yeah.
it to different aliens, and then when he hits
Yeah.
the button, he turns into the alien. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the parentheses, it says, if devil fruits were in Ben 10 any season, what fruits would they have eaten? I don't.
I guess that's why he said to skip it. They said to skip it.
Yes. I don't know. Historian, do you want to?
There's a red one. There's a red alien.
A
right?
red beef-
Wait,
a big
hold
So
on.
beef-
wait, is their question would what the aliens and
What the
Maybe?
well can you
Glor?
can you repeat the question, Matt?
If devil fruits were in Ben 10 any season, what fruits would they have eaten?
So I think that's like the
The
aliens. Like
aliens.
what alien has what devil fruit power? Can you give us give us an alien name, and then Matt and I are going to decide.
Oh
what
yeah,
their
let's
devil
do
fruit
this.
power
This is more fun. This is more
Yeah,
fun.
hold on.
I don't want to see pictures. I just want.
I know
names.
there's a red one, right? There's like a buff red one.
I know there's a big boy.
Or
big
am I
boy.
thinking of a Monstar from
You mi-
Space Jam?
I think you're thinking of Space Jam.
You are thinking of
Okay.
Space Jam. Okay, so there's a lot, and when I'm saying I lived through the reboots, I mean this show went through a couple iterations when I was a child and then growing up in middle school.
Wouldn't there
and high
be
school.
10? Isn't that why it's Ben 10?
Well, it starts as 10, but
all right. Well,
here's
let's do the 10.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was like he was 10 years old.
okay. Well,
I thought it
obviously
was 10
there's
because he had 10
the
aliens.
classic. There's Heat Blast.
Heat blast.
Blast.
Flame.
fruit.
Okay.
Flame.
What about XLR8?
X all.
The sound
Yeah.
wire, sound wire
Yeah.
fruit.
The XLR,
XLR.
XLR fruit. The microphone cable
What
fruit.
about an alien named Gray Matter?
Oh, the brain.
The brain fruit.
Correct. Let me see. I'm trying to think which were in the other original 10. I think Wildvine was in the original 10.
Wild vine. Ooh.
Plant.
The vine fruit.
Oh, there's
Ivy.
Ivy's
cannon
good.
bolts. Pretty much a giveaway.
Bomb fruit.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
If
Zap,
we're
zap.
totally misunderstanding this question, please correct us. And Ben would have eaten the clone fruit.
Oh yeah, there you go. Boom.
Yeah.
The rest of the email says, I hope y'all are hyped for the arc before the time skip. That arc is honestly one of my favorites. I don't know what that arc is, but I'm excited.
We are now.
Finally, I
Pumped.
want y'all to give me a nickname. I trust what y'all give me a good one. Thumbs up. So we need to give this person a nickname.
Have Steven 10. That's a bad.
That's a bad nickname. How about Ben Fruit?
S.
This is quality podcast content.
Your name is now XLR.
How about
What was your favorite
Ben
10?
Ben and Mem?
Benham.
Eminem.
Benaroo?
Benaroo. Your name's Benaroo.
Yeah,
Benaroo.
unfortunately, it is
Sorry.
Benaroo.
I'm sorry. We're calling you Benaroo now. We love you. Thank you for listening.
Ben Tenaroo.
Ben Tenaroo. Let's go. Ben Tenaroo.
I'm
yes.
so sorry, Ben Tenaroo.
Ben Tenaroo, thank you for your transponder snail. We appreciate your second transponder snail to Mike and myself. I'm sorry, your name is now Ben Tenaroo. If you're in the Discord, please change your name to Ben Tenaroo.
Change your name, please, so we all know. We got another email titled
Assigned Ben Tenaroo by the podcast.
I love it. Ben Tenaroo, let's go.
We got another email titled "Please" by Lloyd Sheffield. Can I please hear Matt use his King Candy voice to say St. Louis or St. Louis? I
Yeah,
guess,
St. Louis.
Oh, it's
the way
the
they say it in
Battlehawks.
St. Louis. They say it in the St. Louis Battlehawks theme song. Best Lloyd. I don't know what that means.
To give context, there is. I'm not a.
Is this an XFL?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
watch sports really much. I've like pretended I enjoyed watching sports, but really I like watching sports entertainment. Back in the year 2020, remember all the hopes and dreams we had? There was a new football league starting called. It was the reboot of the XFL, and I thought it was fun to like the team, the St. Louis Battlehawks. Mainly, I don't like sports, but mainly because their logo is a sword with wings, which is fun. It's like a sword they fed the fly fruit to, but it's a sword with wings. The St. Louis Battlehawks, and they have a theme song. I've never heard of a sports team with a theme song, but this one has one. And in it, they say, St. Louis, a bunch. But I will say it like this for Lloyd Sheffield. St. Louis! You're welcome.
You're welcome. That's gonna be $10.
Yeah. Please Venmo.
Send a check.
Venmo Mike
money order.
and I each $5. And send historian food.
Do you want to read the?
I would love
do you
to.
want the next email?
The final emails from friend of the show, KC. Y'all's theories are hitting dangerously close to some actual things that happen in the show, one of which you're going to get an answer to by the end of the next arc, and I won't tell you which one causes spoilers. I bet it's the one about Frankie and the Decepticons. Also, just a note, I feel like Skypiea is the first long arc that begins to feel like a D&D session, where not everything is dependent on Luffy as the protagonist solving problems, but does end with him versus the BBEG, big bad evil guy, of the arc. The arcs that follow also follow a similar vibe, in my opinion. Also, if y'all are familiar with the song Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, of course.
By Neil Cicerega.
Of course. What characters from the One Piece world that you've met so far would rewrite the song with? Signing off, friend of the show, KC. P.S. You don't have to listen to the song on the podcast. We could just sing it.
We won't. I feel like oftentimes I will.
Yes.
I try not to just. I try to be like, I'm not a hipster. I've been a fan of Neil Cicerega for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like when he was Lemon Demon, when he was doing like I saw a concert of his at a shoe factory, like an old shoe factory turned artist hovel. It was so awkward. It was great.
It also helps that we grew up in the same state that they did.
As him.
Yeah.
I live like 15 minutes away from him now. Maybe he'll be my best friend.
Cool.
Yeah. No, that fucking song slaps. That's usually I'm like, have you heard of Neil Cicerega? And they're like, no, I haven't. I'm like, Potter Puppet Pals or Ultimate Showdown, and everyone's like, oh
He
yeah.
and Emmy
that guy.
created such like a form of comedy on the internet without ever receiving credit for it.
Seriously, those two like are the like grandfathers of like the internet humor, like dumb internet humor.
Yeah.
YouTube poop, all that
The
stuff.
dawn
right,
of
is their
Flash
fault.
videos because of them.
Yeah. Like everything on albino black sheep and stuff. It's have you met them in person, historian? Like at conventions or
at
anything?
conventions and stuff, yeah.
Okay. It's so much like Emmy is a very personable person and Neil is just like, I don't want to fucking be here.
No,
Like,
Emmy
I need to escape.
Emmy and Neil's wife Ming Doyle, who I always seek out.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of her artwork that I love. Just so personable, so sweet, and Neil's just a guy who's there, which I love that for him.
Yep. It's incredible.
Casey, to answer your question of what characters from One Piece world that you've met so far would you rewrite the song with?
Frankie.
Frankie? Who the fuck is Frankie? No way. I wouldn't put Frankie in there. I think Usopp would be fun for the fight. I don't think putting in like Luffy, Zoro, or Sanji would be fun in Ultimate Showdown and Ultimate Destiny. I know it's the Ultimate Showdown, so like the three of them should be there. But I think it would be fun to put Usopp and Chopper.
There's got to be a anime Ultimate Battle of Ultimate Destiny.
Someone's definitely made it.
'Cause
I guess my
I don't even think Goku's in
They all
there.
came out of nowhere, light and fast.
question
Maybe
is
Chuck Norris
obviously
and his
at the end of
galleons.
the original,
bloodiest battle that
it's
the world ever saw.
it's Mr. Rogers who stands above all. So in the One Piece one, who survives till the end?
The battle raged on for a century. Many lives were caged.
Historian, you
but
decide who
eventually
is the
rest-
Mr. Rogers of One Piece. Is it Jinbei?
It's Jinbei. Yeah,
It's Jin-
genuinely.
Is it
genuinely
Jinbei?
Jinbei.
It's Jinbei.
Jinbei.
I was gonna say it's Mary right now.
It's not Jinbei the Genie. Actually, that's what we'd rewrite. We would replace Jambi the Genie.
Instead of Jambi the Genie, it's Jimby the Genie. Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics.
I can feel historian physically hurt by what we're
I
saying.
really am, and also I had to.
They're both blue.
They are both blue.
Can I Google a picture of
You
Jinbei?
can Google a picture.
Jimby.
It's spelled like that. Oh man.
You're gonna look at this and
He
be like,
kills Luffy.
Frankie's best friend, Optimus Prime, is there. Frankie would be there.
Man, I don't know. Jinbei might be. I don't know anything about this dude. I'm looking at a picture. He's already up there for one of my favorite Straw Hats.
"You're gonna love Jinbei."
He's such a daddy in the Red movie that came out.
Yeah.
Matt, you kind of look like Jinbei.
Jimby.
Matt, you look exactly like Jinbei.
I look. Hey everyone, if you're picturing Jimby, it's me. It's me.
Even though your Discord icon is your face. What
It's
is-
me. Look at me. It's me,
Yeah.
Jimby. Well, hey everyone. Is it time for the game?
We're still recording?
Yeah.
No.
We're about to hit 2 hours, but we got to do
Quick.
the game.
No, quick. Hurry.
We gotta do the game.
Game before we hit 2 hours. We can't go over 2
can't.
hours. Nobody's going to listen to
I
this.
didn't
They,
prepare a
fucking,
game
they
this
always
week.
listen. Shut up.
Okay. Shit. Hold on.
I didn't prepare a game. I'm sorry. I did a bad job.
Oh no! Weren't we gonna do a game at the beginning of the episode? We were talking about something, or we were gonna do that for a bracket or a filler episode.
Shit. Fucking shit.
Whatever, it's fine. Hey everyone, no
No,
game
hold
this
on,
week.
hold on.
I'm
Hold on.
trying to scroll through messages with.
No, I got it.
Bill
I
S.
got
Preston, Theodore Logan,
I'm in
Spock the
charge
Rock
of the
Doc
game
Doc,
this
and Hulk
Oh,
Hogan.
Mike's in charge of the game.
I'm just trying to remember all the lyrics
how
to
do we-
that song.
Ba 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 ba.
Have you ever seen the movie Surf Ninjas?
I've seen 3 ninjas.
No, Surf Ninjas. I'll show it to you. It's pretty good. I got it on DVD. I've shown Historian Surf Ninjas. It's
ever seen Six String Samurai?
It's one of Rob Schneider's first films. He's a redhead. His natural hair color. And Leslie Nielsen's a bad guy. He's like a rip-off Shredder. And
I don't know what this is.
What the fuck is that?
Matt, I don't
That
know.
looks like someone tried to draw
Oh my god, did you just pick a random screenshot from the show?
Yeah. I typed in a random episode number and got a screen. I don't even know if that's from that episode. I don't know who the fuck this
It
is.
looks like what's her name in Adventure Time, the princess?
Princess Bubblegum.
yeah, it
It looks like someone
it kind of has like
tried to fan.
Ghibli
It
vibes.
looks like someone like took Princess Bubblegum and were like, I'm gonna make a human fan art.
All right, hold on. Can the historian guess this? And Matt, you have to make a guess too. Matt, you make a guess first.
Okay. Can
Yeah, you have
I
to-
so we're looking at a picture of a pink-haired person who is crying.
Keep in mind, I randomly chose an episode number, so that should give you an indicator of what the last 2 digits
I'm
are.
quite confused at what's going on with their clothes. It appears that they're wearing some sort of like bathing suit bra top.
I have my
like-
my answer without hesitation.
But the top is like extending out. I don't know if it's been undone. Also, their hand is bloody. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say episode 617.
Okay.
I
Historian?
am saying without question, this is probably 569.
Nice.
Fucking dead on.
Fuck off.
Historian
Fuck
got it in 1.
off. Fuck
Historian got
off.
it in
Get the
1.
fuck out of here. I'm so mad.
That's why
I'm
I gave you a hint.
Yeah,
Matt.
he said
I gave you a hint of what the last 2 digits
Yeah.
would be.
With the last 2 digits
I
made
don't
it easy.
care.
I knew it
Fuck
was
off.
this is from the Fishman Island arc.
Fuck
So I
right
knew it was in the
off.
500s.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now. That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
Get good, Matthew.
I'm working on it. Hey everyone. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We exceeded 2 hours yet again. Most of our discussion had nothing to do with One Piece. Actually, a lot of it did. We had a very nice intellectual discussion in the middle there.
Yeah. We almost know what's
Yeah.
happening. Just
Thank you all for listening, though. And if you like what
I'm not
you're
gonna ask
listening to with this nice long episode, please join the Discord. The link is in the episode description. And also, if you got something that you want us to talk about, or you want to like send something to us, send a qualm, send a query, a fun joke, you want to make me say St. Louis, or anything else silly, or you want to make Mike say something silly in the Sanji voice, send us a transponder.
Hey, it's me, Sanji. I like cooking.
My name's Sanji. I like cooking cow tongue.
I always have a cigarette in my mouth because I've got an oral fixation that's been unresolved due to years of trauma.
Hey, fix this oral. Be my trauma mama. Anyway, yeah, send us a transponder snail at funpiecepodcast@gmail.com.
2 things.
Yes.
One, I feel like we neglected to mention Galaxy in the who could beat the shit out of each other in the Discord section.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think they need to get thrown into that. And 2, what episode numbers are you guys going to be watching?
745 to 750? 764?
One-
7,000? 100?
175.
700. Matt, fuck you. I'm watching 745 to 750, and we're going to compare notes.
We're going to watch episode 175 to 180?
Proposed?
Because,
Maybe, well,
yeah, you need to eventually pick up on 187.
Yeah. So
So
175 to 180, and then the week
and
after
then
will be
181 to 186.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we'll be done with Skypiea. In 3 episodes, we're done with.
Skypiea.
In 3 episodes of the podcast, we are done with Skypiea. That's a lot.
Skypiea.
Everyone's got to deal with it for another month.
I can't wait for Enru to die.
If you have ideas for brackets that we could do, because we had fun with the last bracket, and we're gonna do best daddy bracket.
Give Matt and Mike things to argue about, please.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah,
I think it'd be
seriously.
fun.
Hey Matt, no up at the end of this one.
Okay,
I'm just gonna say one last thing, and then I'm gonna put music after. If
that sounds
cool.
great.
Okay.
What is it?
All right. I saw a dead body this weekend.
Mike. Oh God! I knew you were gonna do it at some point during the episode.